Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of Monfa Wisdom. This is going to be a weekly episode. It is absolutely not going to be weekly. I will try to be as regular as possible. If you've seen Tuesdays with Ali on my Instagram, it's not quite like that. Tuesdays is more of a weekly 1-minute advice column. This is more of a in-depth, more specific discussion of a specific topic. That being said, let's get over some ground rules about this list. I did a lot of research on my own. I consulted a lot of people, a lot of top figures from the region. Here's the thing, we're going to consider IBJJF and UAJJF medals at adult, obviously, are always valid. One thing that's going to be important for this list is JJIF medals and accomplishments. Why JJIF, you ask? While it's not the most internationally recognized, it's actually a very good way of gauging the best Asian athletes. It brings together the strongest representatives of all the Asian countries, and it gives you a good idea of who's who as far as national teams and such go. If you disagree with me in any way, please let me know in the comments below why you disagree, who you think should be included on this list. But please, and this is a big but, like, justify your reason. I did a lot of research on my own. I like to think that my opinion is worth something. I'm Ali Munfaradi, whoa, no need to get salty. I'm just trying to be as objective as possible. And when I say objective, I mean brutally objective. You will notice that this list has no Bahrainis on it, because the 11 people on this list, excluding myself, of course, I want to include myself, has no Bahrainis, just because I believe that no Bahraini is quite on the level, accomplishment-wise, as the 11 people on this list. I should definitely be on the list, yes, but this list isn't about me, and I think my accomplishments speak for myself. But I'm not going to sit here and toot my own horn. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on with the list. First off, we have Masoud Hassan Zadeh from the Iran national team. If you've been to any Asian level competition, you've probably seen this guy. He is about 130, 140 kilos. Humongous Iranian tank. Very rarely have I seen people take him on successfully. He comes from a judo background, always comes on top on his weight, always like a finalist in the absolute division. He's a beast and he deserves to be on this list. Boom. Next up is another tank, and this tank comes from the UAE, Yahya Al-Hamadi. Humongous guy. He comes from a judo background as well, but he is an Emirati black belt, and there's very few of those, so you know that this guy is legit. He, for all intents and purposes, almost always comes on top in his weight and closes out the absolute in JJIF competitions. I told you JJIF is gonna be important. He's a real beast, very aggressive game, judo, prefers the top game, goes for these crazy toe holds, and yeah, that's it. Next up from Iraq is Amir El-Bazi. I personally fell in love with this guy's game. He is a sharp, smaller guy, technical berimbolo game, beautiful jiu-jitsu. He fights in the 62 category. He won the Asian Championship. Very, very nice guy, very aggressive guy. He lives and trains in Sweden now. He is undefeated in MMA. He is the Bellator title holder, and every Iraqi should be proud to have this guy represent them. Next up, Lema El-Qabbaj. This is a Jordanian girl who always gives the girls a run for their money. I think as far as Middle Eastern female athletes go, she is the absolute best and strongest. I don't think anybody can beat her. Again, very aggressive game. I've seen her play guard. I've seen her play on top. She is a 2-time JJIF world champion, always giving the girls a run for their money in the absolute division. European champion, very strong athlete. She's from the Jordanian national team under coach Sami Jamal. Next up, her sister Rana Al-Qabbaj. Though she fights in a lower weight category, she is not to be trifled with. You won't hear much about this girl because she doesn't really self-promote, but if you've ever been to a local or Middle Eastern or Asian championship, this girl is almost always coming on top. She's got a gold at the Asian Beach Games. She's got a gold at Europeans, World's Masters. She is one of the best females in Jordan and the Middle East. And yeah. Next up, Basil Fanous. This is a Jordanian from the higher weight categories. He usually fights in the 94 category. He is undisputed at this weight in the Jordanian national level and has taken on a lot of high-level athletes at adult black belt. He has a bronze in the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam, came really close to winning his bronze medal match at adult World Pro. He's always there in these competitions. He got second at the Asian Beach Games. Very tough guy, very nice guy, and a high quality athlete. I know this list is like flooded with Jordanians. What can I do? They're good. They have got a lot of high level athletes. Coming from the UAE national team, we have Talib Saleh. He usually fights in the 69 kilogram category. Fantastic athlete, guard player usually. During bolo game, he goes for some toe holds. This is probably the best Emirati and one of the best Middle Easterns in this weight category. He's won the JJIF Asian Championship in this weight. He actually just reached the final of World Pro at Master 1. Black belt. Very strong athlete, very nice guy, dedicated, and one of the best Emiratis to have yet compete in this weight category. And another Jordanian, Yara Qaqish. This is a very aggressive girl with a very nice game. I first noticed her at one of the Grand Slams. She had this unbelievable aggressive game, top game, bottom game, relentless with her attacks, always looking for the submission. I think I really started paying attention when I saw her win Adult World Pro at Purple Belt, where she received her brown belt. She now trains at Team Nogueira. I think her accomplishment at World Pro is unprecedented. I don't think a female has ever won Adult World Pro, correct me if I'm wrong, at Purple Belt or higher. She is just a phenomenal athlete, and I think very soon you're going to be hearing about her in the brown and black belt categories. And another Jordanian, Haidar Rashid from Team Mirza. This guy is a very consistent athlete. He's been around for over a decade now. I think he is the most seasoned black belt on this group, very consistent. Him and his brothers seem to almost exclusively compete in JJIF competitions, but they do very well. He is a JJIF world champion, Asian champion, the list goes on. He has a very classic aggressive game, close guard, top game, takedowns, very strategic, an athlete whom I happen to respect very much. Absolutely worthy of being on this list. Boom. Next up, Hamza Rashid. Yes, another sibling. Hamza actually fights in the same weight category as I do, and I believe he is my strongest rival. The guy is very tough. Similar to his brother, he has an aggressive top game, nice explosive half guard, very strategic, very hard to score on, very consistent with his results. He has won JJIF Worlds, he has won the JJIF Asian Championship, among many other titles. He's an excellent athlete, one of the best Jordanians in history. And last but not least, Faisal Al-Kitbi from the UAE national team. I don't think anybody is going to dispute this one. He's a high-level athlete who's beaten many other high-level athletes. Two-time World Pro finalist at adult. He comes from a wrestling background, very good at takedowns, very difficult to take down, very difficult to score on. A lot of people are going to hate on me for putting him on the list because the UAE JJF supports him, and they cheat for him all the time, and he always gets the best brackets. But guys, here's the fact of the matter. I've trained with this guy for 2 months non-stop. He is good. He is legitimate. And if anybody doubts how good he is, I dare you to go and train with him. I'm telling you. I challenge you to go and train with him. The guy is very good. dare I say, one of the best Middle Easterns of all time, without a doubt the best Emirati athlete, and a good friend of mine. So don't talk about that guy, all right? Okay, I think that does it for the list. Oof. Anyways, guys, remember, if you disagree with me, justify who you think you should be on this list. Comment and really come at me, guys, all right? Let me know what's up. Let me know who's coming up. Let me know why I upset you so much. That being said, I am gonna immediately start working on my next Monfa Wisdom. So let me know what you would like to see covered. Take care. I love you guys. Boom.